In this lesson, I will explain to you bidirectional search algorithm in artificial intelligence, which is one of the most important topic, but I will try my best to make it very easy for you. See, the name indicates bidirectional search. It means we start our search from both direction. What is the meaning of both direction? I will quickly explain to you with the help of example. First, I will explain to you what is the benefit of using bidirectional search. If someone will ask you what is the benefit, why we use bidirectional search, the main idea, this is the answer. The main idea behind bidirectional searches is to reduce the time taken for search drastically. It will reduce our time. Now the question is how it will reduce our time. Again, I will show you with the help of example. Before going to in detail, I will first explain here that bidirectional search is the extension of BFS and DFS, which we had discussed in our last lesson as well. I will here highly recommend, if you didn't watch that two videos, please watch that videos, then it will be much more clear to you, and I will provide the link in the description section as well. Both these two methods come under the category of uninformed search, right? And what is the meaning of uninformed search? Means blind search or brute force technique. Means we do not have enough knowledge, only we know this is the starting point. This starting point is going to node B and node C, suppose. After that, it does not know whether B will take us to the goal or C will take us to our goal node. We do not have any idea. So here the time exponentially increases, right? So this is the extension of the bidirectional is the extension of BFS and DFS, and very special technique, right? Okay, now I will show you, I will explain this bidirectional search with the help of example. Then we will read these two lines, it will be much more clear, right? See, this is the example, but please do not be upset. This is very easy. Suppose this is our starting point. We have to start from point A, and from here we can say, suppose this is K is our goal state and we have to reach here. You can use BFS or DFS, right? BFS, how BFS, here quickly I will explain one more time how BFS works. Suppose this is A, this is B, C, D, and then here, right? EF, whatever. It moves like this, level wise. When the BFS moves level wise, definitely we will find our optimal solution and it will complete. But DFS, right? This is suppose B, this is C, and from B we have D and E, and from here we have different nodes. Similarly here, so it goes on one direction, right? Until or unless it will end to the last node. Suppose this is the last node E, and at E it will check whether this is our goal state or not. If it is not, then it will reverse back and then it will go to another route. This is the function of DFS. So here you can use BFS or DFS. This is our starting point. This is our goal. Here we have to reach. Here I will give you one example. Suppose your friend wants to meet you to discuss bidirectional search. So you both have decided, this is suppose our center point, this is the McDonald. So you say to him that at the same time, simultaneously, you have to start your travel. Suppose 1 o'clock you will leave your home from A and he has to leave his house exact at 1 o'clock. Then here, and here. Right, this is the intersection point. We have to find out the intersection point. How? Okay, first of all, you will go from A to B. I can write down. So this is the forward and this is the backward. This is the forward move, you can say, or search, forward search, or this is the backward search. Okay, you move from A to B, and the same time he comes from K to I. And again, this is the important point. You are coming from A to B, suppose one block to second block. he will cover the same distance. He will come from K to I. It will not happen that you are covering 2 or 3 blocks and he is still there. No. Same time, same blocks. These are the blocks, right? A to B, K to I, then B to C. You will come to B to C, then he will come I to E. And then this is the meeting point, intersection point, right here. Both you will meet here and discuss the bidirectional search at McDonald, right? So what is with what we did here, with the help of this we can find out the exact path of our destination. Always you have to start from here, S, right? This one. So what is your path will be A to B, B to C, and C D. D is the intersection point, is common between these two, so you have to write down only one time. And here I will show you one important thing. From KIE, you do not have to write down this because this is the backward search. You have to write like this, from D to E, and then E to I, and then K. So this is the route in order to get here. A to B, C, D, and then E, I, K. This is the important point. You have to move from here, backward direction, right? So as I said, that it will reduce our time, because from here to here, right, what is the time complexity? Order of b raised to power d. But in this case it is b raised to power d by 2, because you have covered the half distance. Plus, he has also covered the half distance, b raised to power d by 2, which will be equal to 2b raised to power d by 2. So here you can see here that here I have mentioned the main idea behind bidirectional search is to reduce the time, right? So it is reducing the time complexity. But the space complexity is same, b raised to power d, because space will be same. Now two other features. What about the completeness and optimality? These are the performance measure, right? Time complexity, space complexity, completeness, or optimal solution. Whether we will get optimal solution by using bidirectional. So the answer is, if we are using BFS, right? BFS, then yes, we will get optimal solution, and it will complete our scenario. But if we will use DFS, depth, right? So here may or may not be, maybe our scenario will complete or we will get optimal solution, but not sure. Why? Now the question is why. See here, in BFS, suppose this is our A node, here this is B, C, and from here this is D, E, F, and G. It will move like this. It will move like this. It will cover each and every node, right? So definitely it will complete the circle and we will get our optimal solution. But in case of DFS, this is A, B, C, right? And then D, E, and this is F, and from here suppose G, H, right? This is our goal. So it will move in one direction, right? And here suppose after F we have some other nodes, infinity. So here we can, sometimes it happens we cannot complete, so there is no optimality. If suppose here we do not have further extension at F, the system will check whether this is our goal or not. If not, then it will come backward, and then it will choose another direction. So in DFS it will goes depth wise. Here it is horizontally. Take the same example of your friend, right? Suppose you are taking this route. You start from here, right? So you have to go at the end of the street if you are on the wrong way, because if you are using DFS is, you should follow the nodes and you should reach at the end of the street. Similarly, if he is taking the wrong way, your friend, start from here, right? Here he realized that this is the wrong way, but he is using DFS. he has to come at the end of the street. So that is why it is not necessary that there will be completeness or optimality. But if they are using BFS, in BFS they are covering each and every node or point like this, and from the backward he is doing the same thing, definitely they will meet somewhere. It is time consuming, there is time complexity, but it is complete and we will get the optimal solution. So if we are using BFS in our bidirectional search, yes, our we will get complete and or there is optimal solution. But if we are using the DFS, so may or may not be. So I hope the concept of bidirectional is clear to you. Please subscribe to my channel and thanks for watching.